quickly, please share a screenshot if you have tried. I would love to see if there is any error. Okay, so we are moving on to the next question. Next question is the HR manager asks you to find the first name, salary, and job ID employee who earn more than 3,000 and they work as stock clerk. Also, he needs to return data sorted by the first name. So, what we will require here is the first name, salary, job ID, and I want you guys to practice this question by yourself. This is a simple one. We are using AND condition in it, and we are ordering it by the first name. Simple as that. So next question is HR manager tasks you to find all employees who do not work in department 50 and are not stock clerk. So this is a quite different question, and we will do it. HR manager tasks you to find employees who do not work in department 50 and are not stock clerk. So if we see the schema, department ID is present and job ID is also present. So we will use employees table for this question, where select all. Let's try this one. So select all from HR.employees, right? What was the condition? The condition was employees who do not work in department 50, right, and are not stock clerk. So where department ID is not equal to 50 and job ID is not equal to stock, I hope I am writing it correct, clerk, right? So let's run this query, and now we get all the information of employees who are not working in department 50 and who are not stock clerk. So this is the way of using not equal to. So do try this. If you are able to apply the condition of not equal to, you can write not equal to in this way, exclamation mark and or factorial and equal to, or you can write not equal to in this way with less than and greater than sign. This will also give you same results, right? Cool. So what the next task? The next task is the HR. He asks you to find employees who do not get commission yet their salary is higher than 4,500, sorted by highest paid employee. Now this needs a little introspection. What he is trying. So first condition, salary higher than their who do not get commission. First condition is they do not get commission and their salary is higher than 4,500. So again we will be using AND condition here, where commission percentage should be null and salary should be higher than 4,500. So this is also a simple task. So this is also a simple task. So this is also a simple task. I would recommend my light is gone. So yep, we are back. Let me know if the stream is visible to you. So we are back, guys. Please let me know if the stream is visible to you in the Slack chat. There was little power disruption at my end. Now I'm back. So okay, so there was a power disruption at my end. Now I'm back. So let's try the third this questions where the salary should be higher. They do not get commission, and their salary should be higher than 4,500. So select all from HR employees. The first condition is commission percentage is null, where commission underscore percentage is null and salary is greater than equal to 4,500. So if we run this, we will get all the employees whose commission percentage is null and their salary is greater than equal to 4,500. So please also try this question at your end, and share a screenshot in the Slack channel. You are having this error, Shahir. Invalid relational operator. Job ID, you are not putting not equal to sign between job ID and stock clerk, Shahir, and use single quotation mark for stock clerk. So the response to Shahir will be, Shahir, please let me know if you are able to get it. Your solution will be, I am writing in the Slack chat, job ID is not equal to stock underscore clerk. This is the correct way of doing this. Alright, Altaf, you have done it. Great. So now we will move towards next question, and the next question is HR manager needs all the information on employees who works for department 40, 50, 60 and 80, right? So this is an OR condition. Either so if we see that, if we see it again, then what he is asking for is the employee should be in either 50, in either 60, or in either 80. So we will use OR condition for this. So 50, 60, 80. So the employee can be in 50, it can be in 60, it can be in 80. So we will be using OR condition for this task, right? So how we will do it? Select all from HR.employees where department underscore ID is equal to 50, or department, we need to write again the column name because it is condition, this is considered as single condition. So department ID is equal to 60 or department underscore ID is equal to, I think it was 80 if I am not wrong. So 50, 60 and 80, right? 50, 60 and 80. So now we get all the information of all the employees who are working in either 50 department number, either 60 department number, or either in 80 department number. So please try this out. This is one option of doing this this way, and there is another a shorter way, which is using the in operator, right? And first try this out, then I will tell you how you can use the in operator to solve this same question. Okay, Altaf. So what does in operator do is combine your or condition into a single form, right? So you can write this way: 50 or 60 or 80, or you can write like in 50, 60, 80. So this is the same thing, writing or 3 times or using in operator. So if I need to do this question with in operator, what I will do is department ID in 50, 60, 80, and it will give me the same result. See, it is doing the same task as the or operator. So this is in operator, in comparison operator, where it checks different conditions within given parenthesis, then provide your result, and it uses or. You can use numeric, you can use a string, if I want to use it in a string, what I can do is I can do job ID in, let's say, IT underscore programmer, or let's say stock underscore clerk. So it will also give me the same IT programmer or stock clerk. So try this question also with in as well as or you have already done is please use start the question with in operator and share screenshot. Please do the same question with in operator also. In operator you can, I share my screen. In operator is this department ID in 50, 60 parenthesis open 50, 60, 80 parenthesis close. Cool. Thank you, Altaf. Thank you, Daud. Now we will move towards another important operator, which is between. What does between does? Between compare two conditions from within a series. Mostly we use between if we want to get result from a range. Let's say if we want to select all the records whose salary is between 3,000 and 10,000. So we could use between in this case, right? So if I jump into between, I have not prepared the let's say I did not put it in my format, but I have certain question for between as well. In we have done between, and then there is like we will do. So let's try this question for between. He needs information on everyone who was hired in June of 2003 and sort in ascending order by name. So what this task want is task want you everyone information of all the employees whose hire date is between 1st June and 1st July. So here we will use between. So let's try this in this question and select all from HR employees where hire date between 1st of June and the year was 2003 and 1st of July 2003. So it will give you all the records that are lying between these dates, and we have only one employee, Stephen King, who joined on 17 June 03. So this is how between works. So please try this also. Then we will start the interesting topic of wildcard search that one of you asked yesterday, that we can get certain characters search with the name of any within any field where any character is present. So we will learn how to do that kind of search. Okay, between 50 and 80, right, you are right. Altaf, you are right. Can we use AND command for between value example where salary is greater than 4,000 and less than? Yes, Tahir, we can use it. We definitely use it, otherwise between do not work. See, we have an AND here. So let's take your example. Salary is between, let's say, 3,000 and 10,000. So we do not need to use greater than or less than sign here, because it gives you the range, and it gives you the range automatically. So Tahir, you do not need to use less than or equal less than or greater than sign. You just use salary, between, and provide a range. So it will start from 3001 and end at 9999. So now it will give, you see, all the salary here is between 3000 and, sorry, it will consider 3000 and 10,000 both. So you will get the salary between the range of 3000 and 4000 both. And if I order this by salary, it will be easier to see salary. This will be easier to see. So it start from 3000 and it end at 8000. So please let me know if this answers your question, Tahir and Altaf, both of you. Altaf and Tahir, please let me know if your question is answered. What if I include if it is included, Altaf? 3000 and 10,000 is included, right? And if you want to do this way, then you do not require to use between. What you can do is salary is greater than equal to 3000 and salary and salary is less than equal to 10,000. So you can do it this way without using the between clause, and it will provide you the same result, right? So if you want a specific control on the range that you want to include 3,000 and 10,000 as well, you can omit between, you can write salary again, and you can get the same range in this way. I hope that answers your question. Tahir, please let me know. Tahir, are you clear? Okay, so now we will move to another interesting topic, and which is wildcard search. So wildcard search uh, is a quite complex but certain times quite useful. And what wildcard does is it provide you search within specific areas. We can use it to search names or cities or addresses, like. So there are two wildcards. The first wildcard is modulus sign or percentage sign, and the other wildcard is underscore, right? So what's the difference between these two wildcard is that the modulus sign or the percent sign search for a character, and the character can lie at any position. It's like, let's say my name is Danyal and I want to DNIY, sorry, AL, and I want to search all the names starting with D, right? So what I can do is I can use like operator, and I could use like D and then percent sign. So it will select all the names starting with D. So this is how modulus sign work, and the modulus sign work with modulus wildcard operator work with like operator, right? So let's see it in action. Okay, so we have first name and last name. We want to see how many employees have a first name starting with letter A, right? So what we can do is we can select all from hr.employees table, where first name is like, I hope is like D, or let's say A percent, and then we search for it. So missing null keyword is like it. Let's see what we are missing here in like operator. So what we are missing in like operator is like this last name, like is we have entered is wrongly. It's simple. It's so first name like A modulus will give me all the names starting with A. So please try this at your end. if the modulus sign is working, and share a screenshot in the Slack channel. This is a complex one, and I will wait for you till you get this right. Right, guys, this is the way to do the modulus sign or modulus or percent wildcard search. So let's do one more thing. Let's see what if I want to get the all the employees whose first name end with letter O, right? So if you want to select all the employees where first name like, and now I want to see the last letter, right? Remember this. So I will use percent first and then last letter, and in this way I will get all the information. So there's only one employee named Alberto whose first name is ending with O. So if you use modulus first, then the character it will search for last, and if you use the character first and modulus second, then it will select the first. So also try this. Instead of O, let's say use A. I think it will be a more common one. You will get more records. Yes. So last name, first name ends with A, and you get all the employees whose first name end with A. So try this also. Let me check what's happened with this screen. Guys, please hold on with me. I'm coming back with the new stream link. So stream is up again. Please let me know if it is visible. Please let me know once the stream is visible. And you guys can hear me loud and clear. Cool, working. So I think we missed out, we completed the first part of the modulus, right, where we were searching with first character of the name. What if we want to search for the last character of the name? So what we will do is we use the modulus sign first, then put in our last character in quotation mark. So I will doing example of this same, right? So bad again, something is wrong. What's happening today? Right, is it okay for you guys? Okay, so what I'm trying to do is I will open up my SQL live server again, Oracle SQL live, and I will go to my account, sign in, cool. Now I will go to my worksheet. So what we are trying to do here is we are trying to search for all the names which ends with letter A. So select all from HR dot employees where first name like, so this time we need to use modulus sign first, then our alphabet, and now if we will search, it will provide all the records for the names ending with the letter A. So first we did it how with the A as in starting letter, now we are doing A as an ending letter. So try this also and share a screenshot and let me know if it is working at your end. I'm waiting for your answers. Anyone of you able to do that? Cool. So this is the first and last letter search, right? What if we arrive at a situation where I say to you that get me the third letter, right? So how will you do the third letter? So in this case, for third letter, the modulus sign will not work. So the next wildcard that you need to use is underscore, right? So if I want to get all the names where the third letter is A, what I need to do is I need to put in 2 underscore, and then I need to put A, and then I need to use modulus sign for all the characters that are after that A. So let's try this also. First name is like, so now I need third character should be A. So this is first character, this is second character, third character should be A, and then anything can come after it. So if I search it in this way, you see I get all the records where the third character is A, and after A there could be anything. So you can use third character, fourth character, fifth character, any character that you want, like this, right? So please try this also if this wildcard is working for you. Cool. Thank you, Altaf. All of you are able to do it. So we will move to aggregate function as next. Dawood, Shahir, Tahir, are you guys able to do it? Cool. So now it's an important topic, right? And this is called aggregate function, right? And now we are doing aggregate functions. So what are aggregate functions? So as the name suggests, aggregate function are used to aggregate or culminate all the records into a single form, right? So the most important, there are many aggregate functions. The most important for us for our use are sum function, then we have count function, then we have average function. You can also use average function. You have minimum function, you have maximum function. So these are the major types of aggregate function, right? So let's start with count first. So what does count function do is count function what does count function do? So count function will count the rows, simple, and it will return the count of all the rows that are present, right? So, and you can combine count function with different filtering to get your desired result. So if I select all from hr.employees, right? And if I search all from hr.employees, so these are the records in the hr of hr.employees. So how many records are there in hr.employee? So what I can do is I can count employee ID from hr.employees, and now this will give me the count of total records. We have 107 total entries in the in hr.employees table. So one more thing that you can do now, count is now the count.employee ID that we have done right now, right? We have created a separate column for it. This is a new column. This is not present in the table. It is an aggregate function creating an column. So most of the time when we are analyzing larger database, we need to provide some column names right with it, right? So what we can do is we can assign our own column names to this. So count employee ID, I can assign it a column name as count of employee, simple, from hr.employees, right? So you see it changed the column name to count of employees and it gave me the same record. So I can assign my pseudo column name or alias, what we call it. I can assign alias to any column, right? So if let's say I select first name as name, so what it will do, it will select the first name but assign the column name as name because I provided it an alias of name. So you can provide alias to any column. So try the count function first, then we will see how we can use count function more accurately in this as count employee. Please try the count function if it is working at your end. Why asterisk is used in count function? We do not use asterisk in count function. Please clear your question. I am unable. Yep. Yes. Asterisk. By using asterisk is you are counting all the records, right? You can use asterisk, but why I use employee ID instead of asterisk? Because employee ID is a primary key or unique key of the table and it is not repetitive. So with asterisk it can also work, it count all the records, but in future when you are using count with other functions, so you need to have the column names with it. And guys, so I will give you 5 to 6 minutes to complete this task. We will resume within 5 to 10 minutes. Just take a little break if you want to have some tea or anything, water, or you want to go to the loo. So please go. We will resume at 5:05. Right. So let's take a little break. Oh yes, guys. So we are back and we are resuming. So we have done count, and now we will do sum. So what sum do is sum just basically sum up, right? So sum up the table. So if I select all from HR.employees, so what columns we have, right? I have salary, I have manager ID, department ID, I have job. So let's sum up salary. So what I want to do is I want to get sum of all the salary from HR.employees, right? So the total amount is 691,416 rupees. So rupees or dollar, what you can say. So this is the way to sum up all the values within a given function, right? So sum and count, similarly minimum will give you the minimum value, maximum will give you maximum, average will give you average salary. So sum and count by themselves are not as useful, right, as it is. The sum and count are more useful when you want to get certain information from a table based on filtering condition, right? And this is where group by clause come in. So most of the use cases of aggregate function is with group by clause. And similarly, just as we use order by, so by order by we sorted the records with certain order giving the column reference number. So the group by clause does this is that it groups different records into a singular group. So we will see more this in action, and you will understand what I am saying right now, right? So if I select all the employee table, right? So let's see, I want to know how many additional president are there, how many additional VP are there, how many IT programmers are there, right? So there are different designations or job IDs present in this table, and I want to know how many employees have a specific designation, right? So I want to get this information, right? So how I can get this information? I can get simply by having count, right? So first I will have job ID, right? Then I can count employee ID, as total count, right, from HR.employees, right? So what I am doing is I am getting job ID and I am getting count of employee ID against that job ID. Now see, when I will run this, what will happen? It will not work, right? Because I have not assigned a group. So I need to assign a group by function here. So if I group it by job ID, then see what will happen. So now it provided me the count of employees against each designation, right? So I did count, but then I grouped it with job ID, right? So this is the function of this is the purpose of group by function, where you sum up the count into specific groups, right? So please try this if you are able to do it, and if you are able to understand the concept of group by function, which is very important. So if you do not understand the concept of group by function, please let me know, I will clarify further on this. So do you guys understand the concept of group by? So we will do one more question for this, and we will wrap up to make you realize how in real world the group by and aggregate function will work together, right? So this is a real world exercise. So the HR manager needs the information about average salary, right? Average salary in each department, right? So if I look at the schema, we do not have average salary column, we have salary column. So we can use the aggregate function of average to get the average salary, right? And if I group it by department ID, then I can get the information that the manager requires from me, that is average salary in each department. So how I can do this is, I can do this with select, first of all, department ID, then select average of salary from HR.employees, then group by department ID, right? And the last thing that he required was sorted by ascending salary. Ascending salary means smallest salary first. So order by average salary, order by column number 2, that's right. This is column 1, this is column 2, order by column 2 ascending. Now if I run this, you see, so in this way I get the average salary of every department. So it is giving me in decimal. I can round this off. If I use round function within average salary, it will round it off, right? And with round, if you want 2 decimal places, you can use comma 2, it will round it off to 2 decimal places. So currently I am rounding off to 0, then it will round off completely. So please also try this exercise as well. I am also writing the question here for your ease, and Control C and Control V. So this was the question and this is the solution. So this will be the last exercise today. Please try this and share the screenshot with me if you're able to do it, or if you have any questions. Today's class exercises all the questions. There will be additional questions for you to practice, and the complete video recording. I have recorded this session, and I will upload the complete recording regardless of gap that we occur between it for you on the website, along with extra practice questions and all the details by, I think, tonight. It will be later tonight. I won't be able to do it just right now after the class, and then we will see you next Saturday. We will be closing up SQL with certain practice questions, and from Sunday we will be starting Power BI. On Saturday we'll be doing the table joins, how to join different table, and from Sunday we will start introduction of Power BI. So let's get back on Saturday next week. For now, please, in Slack I am available for next 5 to 10 minutes if you have any questions, or if you want to discuss anything, please write on Slack and share screenshots. So see you next Saturday, guys.